Hi, I'm Nora from Canada, and I'm 16. Welcome to my crazy world. Before I begin, please hit that like button and subscribe to the Private Diary channel. I know, you hear that in every video, but it's really important and it helps the channel improve. So please do that if you haven't already. Once upon a time, I had an ordinary family. Mom, Dad, my sister Charlotte, and I all had unique personalities. For example, Dad was the most emotional one among us. He loved knitting and often burst into tears while watching melodramas on TV. Hey, what's that puddle on the floor? Has a pipe burst or something? No. Dad's watching Hachiko again. He's such a good boy. Mom, on the other hand, was quite reserved and strict. She liked to keep everything under control and never missed a chance to lecture us all. Girls, clean up your rooms. You're ladies, are you not? The funny thing is, my sister Charlotte really did look and act like a proper lady. She was modest and quiet and never argued with anyone. Charlotte grew roses, and her flowers were her only friends. Even though my sister and I looked alike, we couldn't be more different. After all, I liked hockey and I was quite the daredevil. I also had a talent for getting into trouble. We were happy, but one day, everything changed. That day, Dad found some strange photos that made him believe that Mom was cheating on him. They started fighting a lot after that, and eventually divorced. They didn't just divide the property, but also us, their kids. Charlotte stayed with Mom, and I moved into a new apartment with Dad. Our parents were furious with each other, and they did their best to make sure their paths didn't cross. Even though my sister and I went to different schools, we kept in touch and often hung out together. Charlotte usually came to my hockey practice, and then we had milkshakes at our favorite cafe. Soon, I started noticing that my sister looked more and more miserable by the day. She was wilting like her roses without water. What's going on with you? I'm all right, Nora. I just miss the good old days, the way things used to be. At first, I thought our parents' divorce had hit her hard. But then, one day, Charlotte was covered in dirt when she came to my practice. She said a car had splashed her with water. I believed her, but I was still wary. The next time we met, I saw a bruise on her arm, and I decided I had to get to the bottom of it. Is someone bullying you? No, I just fell. You're a terrible liar, Charlotte. Tell me everything. Finally, with tears in her eyes, she told me that a new girl called Lily had been transferred to her school. She quickly found some minions, and now they called themselves Mean Girls. Those witches kept the whole school in fear. Poor Charlotte couldn't hurt a fly, so they mostly targeted her. It made my blood boil. I'll teach you how to fight back. Nora, you know I don't have the guts for that. She had a point. Charlotte didn't want to tattle either. I had to think of another solution, so I did. Look, we could be twins, right? I'll pretend to be you, go to your school, and put Lily in her place. I won't let anyone hurt my sister. Charlotte thought about it for a long time, but eventually she agreed. She lent me her clothes, and the next morning I set my plan into action. I'm gonna show Lily that she's messed with the wrong girl. Simply avenging my sister wasn't good enough for me. I needed to destroy the Mean Girls leader. All I had to do was find Lily's weaknesses. As soon as I walked into school, she and her hangers-on cornered me. Oh, here's our wallflower. Did you write the history report for me, Charlotte? No. Get it through your head that I'm not putting up with your antics anymore, Cupcake. What? Did you forget who you're talking to? Of course not. You're the only arrogant, mean moron around. You're gonna regret this. Oh no. Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Lily and her minions were stunned by my audacity, but everyone else in the hallways started quietly snickering. The Mean Girls gave me a furious look and left. I knew that Charlotte was part of the botany club. When I came there, I saw that someone had mercilessly trampled all over my sister's roses. I didn't have to wonder who it was, because Lily left a note. This is just the beginning, Charlotte. I'll destroy everything you hold dear. That was a declaration of war. I wasn't about to back down. I found Lily's social media. She apparently dreamed of becoming the new Ariana Grande and conquering the music industry. She posted hundreds of videos of herself singing popular songs. Her subscribers always praised her, and everyone at school treated Lily like a queen. I didn't believe she was truly talented for a second, though. I followed her when she went to the toilet to film a new video. Oh, my poor ears! Lily was howling like a wounded coyote. She used a special program to fix the sound before posting the video. Luckily, I now had proof her real skills were trash. When all the students came to the cafeteria, I turned on the video. It only took 1 minute to ruin Lily's reputation. After her classmates all found out that they'd been lied to, they shunned her. But most importantly, the rest of the Mean Girls made fun of their former queen too. You're so ridiculous. We're not gonna listen to you anymore. Charlotte, you're so cool. Do you want to become one of us? That's how I became their new leader. I thought it would be great if I helped Charlotte become more popular and make friends. So I agreed to take Lily's place. I didn't wear my sister's clothes the next day. Instead, I put on something that a mean girl would wear. I was walking down the hallway with my entourage, and all the boys were staring at me with admiration. Wow, is that really Charlotte? I'm gonna ask her out. Hell yeah! My sister was in for a surprise. I couldn't wait for her to come back to school only to realize that she was popular. And then I saw Lily. She was hiding behind a locker door and seemed to be trying to not attract my attention. Perhaps she deserved to be taught another lesson for the way she treated Charlotte. A little later, I took a trash can and I was about to throw its contents into Lily's bag. Unfortunately, she caught me red-handed and immediately complained to the principal. Charlotte's a bully! Suspend her! What? You started this! I'm so tired of these squabbles. Principal didn't care who was at fault, and he called both of us into his office. Then he called Mom to school to discuss my behavior. Lately, I've hardly recognized Charlotte. Mom looked at me and realized immediately what was going on. Well, obviously, because this isn't Charlotte. This is my other daughter, Nora. What are you doing here? Hi, Mom. Surprise. Lily's eyes bugged out. I had to explain why I was there instead of my sister. As expected, instead of taking my side, Mom lectured me again. Nora, you should use your words to solve problems, not your fists. Getting back at those who hurt you using their methods is childish. I'm disappointed, young lady. The principal kicked me and Lily out of his office to talk to my mom. As soon as we were out in the hallway, Lily tried running away, but I caught up to her and I decided to clear the air before leaving. Look, now you know I'm not Charlotte. Why were you bullying my sister? I have nothing against her, honest. My older brother asked me to ruin her life. What? You have a brother? Where can I find him? Lily said he was at practice and she gave me a gym address. I grabbed her and dragged her there. Charlotte called me to ask how our revenge plan was progressing. Things are getting more interesting by the minute. It turns out someone else was involved. We brought my sister along. On the way to the gym, I told her about everything that had happened. Soon, we were there. Which one of them is your brother? Lily pointed at a guy on the treadmill, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Lucas? Is that really you? What, do you know him? Of course I knew him. We met at a concert a few months ago and he immediately hit on me. At first, Lucas seemed like a nice guy. I even thought about giving him a chance. But soon, his behavior changed. Lucas became too pushy. He was acting like my crazy fan and wouldn't leave me alone for 1 second. For example, he once spent a whole night standing below my window. Even the torrential rain didn't scare him away. Are you nuts? You're gonna get sick. I'm not leaving until you agree to go out with me. Long story short, there were red flags and I turned him down. Lucas kept hitting on me for a while, but soon backed off and I didn't see him again. Now, I knew he'd just been busy plotting revenge. I wanted to rip my hair out. Lucas almost fell off the treadmill when I stormed up to him and turned it off. Nora, what are you doing here? I've come to turn your life into a living hell. Did you really think you could use poor Charlotte to get back at me for turning you down, you chicken? Do you have any idea what I'm gonna do to you? He cringed with fear and squeaked that he didn't want to hurt anyone. Please, leave me alone. Dad already scolded me. Wait, what? What does your father have to do with this? His dad, Mr. Collins, had apparently pointed at me and for some reason demanded his son win my heart no matter what, and then ruthlessly break it. That's why Lucas had been so persistent. I tried everything I could think of, but you didn't fall for me. Dad was spitting mad. He grounded me and took away my car. That was the last straw for me, and I asked Lily to bully your sister. I mean, I'm afraid of you, but Charlotte's an easy target. I was beyond confused. Judging by how surprised Lily, Charlotte, and Lucas looked, I wasn't the only one. I've got a bad feeling about this. We need to find out why your father came up with that plan. Follow me. Could you maybe deal with this without me? I've told you everything I know. I said follow me. Lily and Lucas said their dad worked as a salesman at a car dealership, and we all headed there. While the other kids hesitated, I ran straight up to Mr. Collins and I demanded an explanation. Why did you want your son to break my heart? I don't know what you're talking about. This is the first time I'm seeing you. Oh, is that really how you want to play? I know a fun game too. It's called I Want to See the Manager. This salesman was rude to me. I'll make a scene and get you fired if you don't fess up. The man turned pale as snow and plaintively begged me not to do that. Your mother ruined my life. She destroyed my business, and now I have to work as an ordinary salesman. I just wanted to get back at her. That's why I asked Lucas to make you pine for him. Oh, I shouldn't be telling you all this. Well, now you know what kind of person your mother is. My sister and I exchanged stunned glances. We didn't believe Mr. Collins. Our mother was the most honest person in the world. She was always telling us conflicts could be resolved with words. She would have never destroyed someone's business. Don't slander our mother. You don't even know her.
God, I wish that was true. If you don't believe me, you should ask her about it.
You know what? That's a great idea. Everyone, follow me. We're going to talk to my mom.
I'll pass. I'm working, you know.
I said follow me.
Come on, Dad. Arguing with Nora is useless.
No one dared to contradict me. Soon, our strange company arrived at Mom and Charlotte's house. I immediately asked Mom if she had anything to do with Mr. Collins' troubles. Her answer left me speechless. Yes, I committed document fraud to make this scoundrel lose his company. It's true then? Mom, how could you do that? He started it, girls. Mr. Collins sent your father those fake photos that made him think I cheated on him.
Did you hear that? She confessed.
So what? You ruined my family and I ruined your business. Sounds fair to me. It was sheer madness. My head was spinning. Lucas and Lily frowned at her father. Dad, why would you destroy their marriage? We all wanted to know the answer to that. Mr. Collins realized he had no choice but to explain himself. He looked at our mom and told us something interesting.
I did it because I was in love with you in college, but you chose your crybaby of a husband over me. That pissed me off. I've been plotting my revenge for years and I finally decided to send those fake photos.
You sly bastard. Don't you dare call my husband a crybaby. Mom looked like she wanted to pounce on Mr. Collins. Tempers were running high, and then Dad suddenly appeared in the doorway with a knitted sweater in his hands.
Honey, I've been thinking for a long time and I decided that I want you back. Here, I brought you a present.
But then he saw my mother standing next to Mr. Collins and went ballistic.
I was right. You're cheating on me with that moron. No, you have it all wrong.
Oh, for the love of God. The adults kept squabbling like rats in an alley while we just stared at them with our mouths open. Our parents had been telling us that communication was key our whole lives. And now they were acting worse than us. The adults wanted to get revenge for past grievances, and we, their children, were suffering as a result. Eventually, I got tired of watching that ridiculous drama unfold, and I told Charlotte, Lily, and Lucas that we should leave. Psst, hey, follow me. Let them deal with their own problems. They nodded, and we went outside. We went to a cafe and decided to eat some ice cream.
Our parents are insane.
I can't believe our parents pit us against each other. Guys, you know what? They're just people. They can make mistakes too. We just shouldn't follow in their example. Then we all apologized for the things we'd done and realized that we could have been better than that. After all, we didn't really have anything against each other. Charlotte, I'm sorry I was so cruel to you. You're the sweetest girl in the world. I shouldn't have hurt you. Charlotte had a heart of gold and easily forgave her bully. Guys, since we've made up, I kind of need your help. A flower fair is taking place in a couple of weeks. I wanted to sell my roses there and donate the money to charity, but all my flowers were ruined. Got it. We'll help you grow a new garden. Follow me. We did great, and we sold out every last rose at the fair. That made the Botany Club popular, and almost all of Charlotte's classmates joined it. The mean girls turned into flower fairies, and my sister became their leader. Meanwhile, I breathed a sigh of relief and went back to my hockey practices. Charlotte and her new friends often come to cheer me on. As for our parents, unlike us, the adults still haven't made up. But I hope that sooner or later they'll finally grow up. Have your parents ever acted weird? Tell me in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.